Okay, let's give this a try, shall we? Right, I said I was going to do a update on this gimbal thing, and from next year. As I was saying, I'm doing improv. Gimbal next year, take 4. Okay, jokes aside, I have been doing some improvisation, and I thought I'd try this out first and really get to know the gimbal itself properly. So I decided I would try and make a side video as as a thing in the background or so on and so forth. And so I'll get onto that right now then, and then give you an opinion about what I think about this as time goes on. So I decided, okay, the first thing that one needs to know when one has a gimbal is that it is correctly configured. Now I just have to get this camera to turn around and show what is actually happening. And I don't know if I can move myself to the side of this thing so it can be more visible, more clearly visible. You press on settings and then on gimbal, and then you IMU configuration, and then it asks if you really want to do that, and you say yes, and then it is just to wait and see. As you saw, I put down the painting in the background of privacy concerns. And now we'll let the gimbal do its own thing, and as it calibrates, it makes it senses its surrounding areas. It is also important that the gimbal itself is in a position where it isn't in the way or can contact other things. And here it's testing its own stability, and I'll let this sequence speak for itself. And so the configuration is done, and then you choose done and then go back to the camera mode. And here it opens up the gallery, and I try, but for some odd reason my fingers aren't static enough or warm enough or whatever enough to make it go back to where it's supposed to be. And there it shows the different modes: walking mode and action mode. And then I press the home button, which is at the very top, and then it shows the time, the lighting, cameras, battery, and the gimbal's battery. And then there you can choose whether it is face recognition or targeting, and then Bluetooth. And there you can choose whether it is camera or video mode. And there it is slow motion and time lapse and so on. And then you can take a photo just like that. And there it just won't cooperate at all. That is one of the things with the app. It is a bit slow to answer, and therefore sometimes it crashes just because of that. And then at the bottom there it is go to the galleries again, but I'm not going to open those. There you've got more settings. Amongst others, HDR, beauty, and different kinds of filters. And then in movie mode, as I try to open now, it has more settings on the second button to the left. And some of them are good. It cannot be denied. But sometimes it is better that. Then you've got the Bluetooth, the battery amount, and then you've got the charging port. Then the joystick is there, and then you've got the zoom and the mode switch. As you can see, it zooms in and out by turning the wheel on the gimbal around the power button. And then you've got the different modes, as I was saying. You can also choose to use those when you're not using the app. But the app also has so that you can choose to use those specific modes together with other things. Yeah, I'm trying to get the other camera that I was using to focus a little bit better, but it just wouldn't cooperate at all. It doesn't like the lighting. And there's one thing that I don't like about this app, and that is that it says to the smartphone's internal memory instead of the external SD card. Like in my case, I have a SD10 high-speed card for recording of videos. For example, this one that I'm sitting at the moment. And on the back of this gimbal, I don't know if you can see it there. I'll try and get some better lighting. There you've got the trigger for taking pictures or starting the videos. And underneath this flap here is the charging port for the phone using the gimbal's built-in power bank, which is a thing that I think is pretty good actually, that it has. Then going back to what I think about this gimbal all in all, well, I can't say that I am complaining. The facial recognition software is still slow. It doesn't turn the gimbal fast enough. It doesn't see the difference in distance. It is so short compared to what one would like to have. So it would be much better if it could recognize a face, for example, 2 meters or 3 meters away from the gimbal, than at a distance of a face length. Okay, so most of us do things at shorter range like this, but it doesn't answer quickly enough to do that. And then some of the other aspects of the thing is, as I mentioned, the the fact that it doesn't um, save to the SD card for telephones or smartphones that have that uh, capacity to do. And secondly, the app itself is not the best quality. If you see in the App Store, it's a Gimbal Pro app, and it has a very low um, star rating. Now I have seen that the developers are trying to increase that rating, but I have given it a single 1 star because I couldn't give it 0 at that time. But I'm going to retract some of the comments, because firstly they are trying to get it better, but also that some things are being fixed and work a little bit better. So all in all, what do I think about this? I think that it is a good concept. It is a good machine. It is a good system to use, and I believe that it's going to become a very popular thing that every household will want to have, considering how many people that are walking around and doing video shots and so on. And one thing I really, really like about this gimbal, and also for the sports gimbal that I have, is that it has a possibility to use a tripod. Now I have bought in 3 of these tripods. You just screw it on and the gimbal stands where it stands. I've ordered these extra so that I have one for each gimbal and for my normal camera. I don't need a big huge tripod to keep the camera steady. All I need to do is put it on a table, and then I can take photos at camera level or table level or on a shelf and take pictures with the remote, which is also a very good function. So yes, I recommend you order these. They have them on Amazon, they have them on, in Sweden they have them on komplett.se, and they have them here and there and everywhere where these things are sold. So purchase one of these. It is much steadier than these squiggly squigglies with the funny, Martian legs, if you want. This one is dead steady wherever you put it, on the dashboard or on the instrument panel or wherever. And then if you want to lock it down, you can put just one or two what do you call them? Klärnipor in Swedish. Washing line clips. You just put them like that and it'll keep it absolutely stop. So that is my recommendation. It is a very practical one, and if you're sending live video, for example, then this and the gimbal is the perfect combination. Whether it be on Periscope or Instagram or Facebook or wherever, because you can also set the camera to rotate so that it stands as well, and you have a dead steady picture. If you suddenly feel like, oh yeah, right, I'm going to go to the next room, I just pick the thing up and walk, and there's no shaking or jiggling around. And then you just put this, with this on the gimbal, it stands steady. So that is my review for today. I recommend you buy the Nextgear G1, get to know how to use it, and if you then want to invest in something more expensive, you have acquired the knowledge and the experience of how to use these gimbals. Was there anything else? If there's anything else, put the questions in the comment box below. And if you liked the review, consider a thumbs up, and if there's anything else you want to know, comment below. Nextgear. And at the moment I am filming with this gimbal, and I am shaky as bananas because my arms just cannot hold the camera steady enough without support at the moment. But I'm looking for solutions to my problems, and I will start using another camera just to demonstrate the different aspects of using this one.